To our active and retired veterans, and in memory of the legions of American heroes who have served, Neshannock Township School District wishes to honor you on this Veterans Day. I was entering young adulthood when Operation Desert Storm moved to the forefront of our lives as Americans. It was a defining time as I listened to my father describe his own drafting into the Vietnam War shortly after graduating from college. Desert Storm was developing right before America's eyes, as it was much more accessible on media fronts. Our freedom was at stake, and our brave soldiers were answering the call. Patriotism was soaring, yellow ribbons were everywhere. There was unity in the time of division. Our military has accomplished much in the name of liberty, but it is also at a great cost. To prevail, man, machine, and money must work in tandem, and no other country in the world has been able to coordinate such astounding efforts. To our military personnel, we wish to convey our deepest respect and appreciation for your valor, honor, bravery, and sacrifice. It has been a long-standing tradition at Neshannock High School to honor and to celebrate our veterans with a ceremony. This year is no exception, except that we've been compelled to redefine our efforts while acknowledging the extraordinary feats of our heroes. Many thanks to all who played a role in the creation of this ceremony. We cherish our veterans and stand in awe of their selflessness. In closing, please take time to thank a veteran, to hear his or her story, and to honor our great nation. Your freedom depends on it.
Hi, my name is Olivia Musquire. I'm a senior here at Neshannock Senior High School. Upon graduating, I will be going to the United States Air Force. On behalf of all Neshannock students, I would like to say thank you to our veterans and people who are currently in the service. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic on which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
I'm just trying to be a father.
Hello, I am Paul Dusty Rhodes. I live in Neshannock Township, but I graduated from Newcastle High School after the war in 1951 with the U.S. Army. Our outfit was the 367 Combat Engineers. Our job was to pick minefields and to build bridges in Africa and Europe. Coming home, my most experienced thing was coming home and seeing all the veterans reach down and kiss the USA. What I missed most after the service was the camaraderie of the outfit. We still have reunions every year. We have had 54, and I have attended 50. I have two brothers, Edward and Russell, both in Neshannock Township. Both were in the Army.
Private First Class James E. Smiley Sr. was drafted in the United States Marine Corps in 1944. He was a lifetime resident of Lawrence County, attended Neshannock High School until being drafted into the Marines. He served from 1944 to the end of the World War II, the Pacific Theater, and was discharged in 1946. James is the father of Neshannock High basketball coach and golf coach and driver's ed instructor, James E. Smiley Jr. He was a professional baseball player and worked all his life in Lawrence County and has always looked fondly on his time in the Marine Corps. It was something that affected his life from the time he left the Corps until he passed away in the year 2000.
My name is Deborah Book, and I am very proud to introduce my father, Donald Smith, Jr.
I live in Neshannock Township with my wife, Nancy. I was drafted into the United States Army in November of 1952 during the height of the Korean War. For the next 8 months or so, I participated in infantry, weapons, and tactics training until the truce in Korea was signed in July of 1953. We were no longer needed as infantry. As a result, in September of 1953, I was shipped to France and ended up in the 28th General Hospital in La Rochelle, France, about 100 miles north of Bordeaux. My job there was very similar to the one that you may have seen if you've ever watched MASH and seen the character Radar. I was a clerk in the personnel section of the 28th General Hospital. I was separated from the Army in October of 1954 after 23 months, 3 days, and approximately 8 hours of uniformed service. But who's counting? My military career was very unspectacular, but as an old soldier said to me once, if you went where you were sent and you did what you were told, you served your country. And that is a fact of which I am very, very proud.
I'm just trying to be a father.
My name is Richard Davis. Upon graduating from high school in 1955, I joined the United States Air Force. My service dates were from June 1955 to December 1958. After basic training and attending tech school, I was stationed in Texas where we trained pilots. During this period of time, the Cold War was going on. We were put on alert several times. The main crisis was the trouble at the Suez Canal. Veterans of this period were classified as Cold War veterans. I always felt an obligation to serve my country. Remember, other veterans were protecting me while I attended school and lived in peace in our country. My family consists of my wife Sandra of 42 years, sons Ricky, David, Mark, and a daughter Caroline. At present, we have 5 grandchildren. My daughter-in-law is Brenda Stevenson, guidance counselor at Neshannock High School. A chocolate lab named Duke makes up the rest of the family. I always support our veterans, and I hope you will do the same. Thank you very much.
James E. Smiley III, more commonly known as Jimmy to the teachers at Neshannock High School, was a 1996 graduate of Neshannock, where he attained the rank of valedictorian. Jimmy was a very successful athlete at Neshannock. He was a member of the golf team and was also a point guard on the basketball team. Following his graduation from Neshannock, Jimmy enlisted in the United States Navy in the year 2000 after graduating from YSU with a degree in chemical engineering. Jimmy's official title in the United States Navy is that of Naval Reactor Engineer. He is currently on active duty, and his job includes working with the nuclear carriers and the nuclear submarines that make up the Atlantic Fleet. Jimmy recently received a promotion from lieutenant junior grade and now holds the rank of a full lieutenant in the United States Navy.
Hi, my name is Isabel. I go to Neshannock Elementary School. I am in first grade. My daddy is serving in the war. We all miss him, and the kids are very poor. My daddy gives the kids all their stuff in us. and we send him stuff so that he can give it to the little kids. They get blankets, quilts, but we can't give them clothes because they don't wear the right kind of clothes we wear. I miss him, so does my mother, and everybody else in my family. We miss him so much, and we love him, but he is doing something very brave. He is going to make bad guys. He is Captain Sink, and we all miss him.
Good morning, I'm Kelly Fee. This year, Veterans Day will have a special meaning towards me, for my grandfather, Joseph Pepper, was enlisted in the United States Navy between 1954 and 1958. He was on an aircraft carrier which spent most of its time between Japan and China, fighting off the Chinese invasions of Hiroshima and Japan. My grandfather showed great courage by going overseas as a young man and leaving to protect another country. To me, this makes me have more respect for my grandfather, for his courage and bravery. I was amazed to hear that he had put his life on the line to protect another country. This is something I did not know about my grandfather, and now I hope to learn more about, so one day I can possess his qualities of courage and bravery. My grandfather is truly a courageous hero.
Yon, and I am very proud that my father, Edwin Daniel Yon, is a Korean War veteran. My father was known to his fellow soldiers as Sergeant Pappy Yon, even though he was only 22 years old. He served our country as a gunner in the United States Army. He served in combat for 2 years. I am thankful he was able to come home to his wife, his mother, and to me, his 6-month-old son. Thank you, Dad.
Hi, my name is Autumn Morford. My rank is an A1C. I serve in the United States Air Force, and I graduated from Neshannock High School in 2011. I will be stationed in Ramstein, Germany, and my job will be health management services. I reside in Neshannock Township with my parents Cindy and Donald Morford and my brother Austin.
My name is Rhett Murphy. I'm in the United States Marine Corps. My rank is E1. My job is motor transportation. I graduated from Neshannock High School in 2011. I reside in Neshannock Township with my parents, Mike and Sue Lashinsky, and my brother, Michael.
3 generations of Davies served in the United States Marine Corps. I am Matt Davies.
And I am Lorena Davies. Our grandfather, Sergeant James L. Davies Sr., served in Korea from 1953 until 1959.
Our dad, Lance Corporal James L. Davies Jr., served stateside from 1976 until 1982.
And our brother, Asa James Davies, Neshannock class of 2011, is presently serving in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, in the United States Marine Corps, and has current rank of Lance Corporal.
Lance Corporal Davies will be deploying to Afghanistan January 2nd, 2013. This weekend, he's also getting married to Cassandra Brown, the Neshannock High School class of 2012.
Lance Corporal Mark Clovis is a 2006 graduate of Neshannock High School. Lance Corporal Clovis is in the Marine Corps Reserves, currently studying electrical engineering at Butler County Community College. He was recently assigned to Russia with the Marine Corps and has also held the position of recruiter's assistant in this area. Lance Corporal Mark Clovis is the son of Gary Clovis and Patty Clovis, both formerly of Neshannock Township.
My name is Michaela McNicholas, and this is my brother Patrick McNicholas. He is in the United States Army. He is a 2010 graduate of Neshannock High School. He is the son of Jim and Eunice McNicholas. McNicholas is an MOS 11B infantryman in the 3rd Infantry Division. He is currently stationed at Fort Stewart, Georgia.
My name is Tyler Crease, and this is my father, James Crease. He was in the United States Army from 1985 until 2011. He served in Haiti, Kosovo, Liberia, and Bosnia. His military job was U.S. Army Special Forces Operations Sergeant. He is currently a protective security detailed medic. My father was airborne, he was a sniper, and he was also a Green Beret.
My name is Michael Cavalier, English teacher at Neshannock High School, and this is my father, Herb Cavalier. Dad enlisted in the United States Navy in 1952 during the Korean conflict. He served 4 years aboard the aircraft carrier, the USS Lexington.
My mom, LT Dana Brooms, and Dad, Chief Petty Officer David Brooms, are both in the military. My mom is in the United States Navy, and my dad is in the United States Navy.
My mom is stationed in Pensacola, Florida, and my dad is stationed in Japan, USS George Washington. Other families in the district are my grandparents, John and Kathy Pugh, and my sisters, Shantae Brooms and Tasha Brooms.
My name is Casey Eagleton, and this is my brother, Airman First Class Kyle Eagleton. He is in the United States Air Force Reserves. He is a 2011 graduate of Neshannock High School. He is the son of Brian and Heather Eagleton. He is currently attending college at IUP. His military job is logistics plans specialist. His mother, Mrs. Eagleton, is a first grade teacher at Neshannock Memorial.
My name is Jackie Herr, and this is my cousin Corporal Richard DeVincentis. He is the United States Marine Corps. Corporal DeVincentis is currently stationed at Camp Dwyer in Afghanistan in support of Operations Enduring Freedom. He is electronics communication maintenance repair. Other relatives in the district include his mother, high school counselor Mrs. DeVincentis, and cousins Kelly Cornan, Grace Horton, Elizabeth and Ava DeVincentis, and Ian Mins.
Midshipman Jacob Tappy is the son of Michael and Cindy Tappy. He graduated from Neshannock High School in 2009. He is at the United States Merchant Marine Academy from 2009 until present. Jacob will graduate in June 2013, and then he will go to the U.S. Army Aviation Program.
Petty Officer 3rd Class Zachary Pegley is a 2001 Neshannock graduate. He was in the United States Navy from 2002 until 2006. He served in the Operation Iraqi Freedom in the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force, 1st Marine Logistics Group, Combat Logistics Battalion 1. Petty Officer 3rd Class Pegley was a Fleet Marine Force Corpsman, expert rifle marksman, expert pistol marksman, and has been awarded several service awards including the Combat Action Ribbon, Meritorious Unit Commendation, Iraqi Campaign Medal, and Global War on Terrorism Service Medal.
Eugene Anthony Tempesta, father of Office Secretary Donna Mott, was in the United States Navy. He served in the Philippines in World War II, and he was a machine mate on the U.S. Navy's PT boats and maintained the engines on the ships.
My name is Madison, and this is my dad, Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Schaefer. He's in the United States Air Force from July 1984 to present. He served in Operation Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan for 3 tours, Operation Iraqi Freedom in Iraq for 2 tours, Operation Sea Signal, the Haiti invasion, and Operation Cornet Oak, Colombian Drug War for 6 tours. His military job is Director of Operations for the 773rd Airlift Squadron and C-130 Evaluator Navigator. Some special awards in recognition are the 773rd Airlift Squadron Outstanding Unit Award, the 3 Air Medals for Sustained Combat Operations, 2 Aerial Achievement Medals for Combat Operations, and 3 Meritorious Service Medals for Outstanding Achievement.
Luke Tappy is the son of Michael and Cindy Tappy. He graduated from Neshannock High School in 2012. Luke is participating in the NROTC Marine Corps and is a freshman at Penn State University.
My name is Cindy Welker, and I'm a business education teacher at Neshannock High School, and I would like to introduce to you my cousin, Captain James Butler of the U.S. Army. Jim served in the Army from 2005 to 2009 and was deployed to Iraq for 1 year. While serving in the Army, he was a Ranger. Currently, he is employed at the University of Texas at Arlington as their multimedia director.
This is Carl Parker Bowen, father of Elaine Bowen Hoffman. Carl was in the United States Army from 1943 to 1945. He served in World War II. His military job was a private in the infantry. Mr. Bowen passed away in 1994. Carl was wounded in the Battle of the Bulge and received the Purple Heart.
Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Flading retired from the United States Air Force after 19 years of service as a program manager of communications and computers. He received the Defense Meritorious Service Medal and currently resides in Virginia with his wife and family. He is a graduate of Neshannock High School and is the brother of elementary school teacher Heather Eagleton.
This is Mike Jackson. He graduated from Neshannock High School in 1997. His sister is Jenny Flannery, a kindergarten teacher at Neshannock Memorial. Mike was in the United States Marine Corps from 2000 to 2004. He served in both Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. His military job was intelligence.
He is currently working as a senior network engineer for the Department of Defense and resides in Neshannock Township.
My name is Luke Wojciechowski, and this is my father, Master Sergeant Wojciechowski. He is enlisted in the United States Army. He was enlisted in the Army in 1984 and is hoping to retire in 2016. He has served in the Afghanistan War, also known as the Operation Enduring Freedom. His job while in the war was 38 Mike, also known as Civil Affairs. After his deployment, he went into automated logistics. Some of his awards that he has achieved are the Bronze Star, which means that he has served in the Afghanistan War. He also has the award called the Meritorious Service Medal, which he got serving in time of peace. He also has the Combat Action Badge, which means that he was under fire in time of war. Along with these medals, he has achieved many more.
This is PFC Amanda Wojciechowski, Luke Wojciechowski's sister. She is enlisted in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. PFC Wojciechowski did her basic training in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. She enlisted in the National Guard in 2012 and is still enlisted. Her job in the military is 88 Mike, better known as transportation. Her unit was activated in a natural disaster in Mount Washington, PA.
This is Dennis DeGarmo. Dennis DeGarmo graduated from Neshannock High School in 2005. Dennis is the son of John DeGarmo and Karen Davies. He was in the United States Army Reserve from 2008 to present. He served in the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, but at this time he is on his way home. His military job was military intelligence officer and military police officer.
My name is Lisa Moody. I'm a first grade teacher at Neshannock Memorial School. This is my husband, Lieutenant Commander Mike Moody. He is in the United States Navy and is currently a naval reservist with the Naval Operations Support Center in Pittsburgh. Lieutenant Commander Moody has been in the Navy since 1987 until the present time. He most recently served in Kuwait from April 2011 to May 2012 in Operation Enduring Freedom. His military job is a surface warfare officer, and he drills with the Navy Reserve Unit, Commander Naval Forces Europe-Africa Military Partnership Program. Lieutenant Commander Moody has received the Navy Achievement Medal, Army Commendation Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, and Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal. Mike Moody's civilian job is a manufacturing engineer at General Electric in Grove City, in which they remanufacture diesel engines for locomotives. Mike resides in Neshannock Township and has been married for 18 years and has a 5-year-old son named Jack.
Travel to the city lights, dissolve into a country sky, just me and you. Lay underneath the harvest moon, do all the things that lovers do, just me and you. Just as free, free as we'll ever be. Just as free, free as we'll ever be, and never be. No, we don't have a lot of money. 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 Oh, we need love. We're free as we'll ever be. Just as free. Free as we'll ever be.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The ceremony that you are about to witness is an Army Reclaim ceremony being conducted by St. John Vianney. It is requested that everyone remain silent and standing during this ceremony. All military personnel in uniform will render the hand salute, and it is appropriate for all others to place their right hand over their heart on the command of treason arms. Thank you.
day that commemorates the soldiers who have fought for us. Between World War I and the Afghanistan War, over 38 million men and women have risked their lives to keep our country safe. From those soldiers, over 430,000 have died and many others have been wounded.
Let's take a closer look at the statistics of the wars America has participated in. Starting with World War I from 1917 to 1918, there were a total of 4,734,991 total forces, and out of those, 53,402 have died. Next up is World War II from 1941 to 1945. There were 16,112,566 total forces, and out of those, 291,557 died. World War II had the highest number of forces and deaths. During the Korean War from 1950 to 1953, there were 5,720,000 total forces, and out of those, 33,739 died. The Vietnam War from 1955 to 1973 had 8,744,000 total forces, and out of those, 47,434 died. During the Gulf War in 1990 to 1991, there were 2,225,000 total forces and only 147 battle deaths. The Iraq War from 2003 to 2011 had 192,000 forces, and out of those, 4,507 were killed. Lastly, the Afghanistan War from 2001 to present, there have been 775,000 and counting total forces, and out of those, 2,4,200 have been killed.
Many soldiers have risked and lost their lives to fight for our country and for our safety. If you come across a veteran, make sure you thank them for their sacrifices and service.
The first fold represents the symbol of life. The second fold is veterans' belief in eternal life. The third fold is made in honor of remembrance of the veterans departing our ranks who defend our country to attain peace throughout the world. The fourth fold represents our weaker nature. The fifth fold is a tribute to our country. The sixth fold is where our hearts lie. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered the valley of the shadow of death that we might see the light again. The ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood and mothers. The 10th fold is a tribute to fathers. The 11th fold represents the lower portion of the seal of the King David and King Solomon. The 12th fold represents an emblem of eternity and glorifies in the Christian's eyes. The final fold represents our nation's motto, "In God We Trust."
Good morning, staff, students, and other fellow Americans. Today we celebrate Veterans Day. On this morning, 93 years ago, at the 11th hour, the German signed the armistice officially ending World War I. Although America returned home victorious, the lives of our fellow fathers, brothers, sons, friends, and citizens were taken without contrition. Let us remember not only these brave men, but the brave men and women of our military theaters and wars. My grandfathers and their brothers alike all fought in numerous wars. From World War I to World War II, Korea to Vietnam, the Gulf, and beyond, brave Americans took the stand to protect not only our freedoms, but also our very lives. There were young people, much like you, who felt empowered to better our nation, who understood that change required sacrifice, who were emboldened with a spirit of rightness and braveness. They were determined to create change for the betterment of our country, even at the cost of their very lives. That is why I tell you this morning that the best way to be is to do. Don't wish for someone else to do later what you can do now. When you perceive a problem, take action. When you notice inconsistencies in government regarding what is said and what is done, take action. Our form of democracy allows you to do that. This is what our veterans defended. What are you going to do to better protect the freedoms of this nation? Do not ever take for granted the Pledge of Allegiance we give to the United States flag each and every morning. Do not take for granted the education you are given to be successful men and women.
Now is the time for our generation to reclaim the energy, optimism, and fire that is the real American spirit. I am confident that you students can and will make a great contribution to the intelligent and compassionate rebuilding of our nation to the nation of our forefathers envisioned. You will use your collective power to redefine the soul of our nation. Democracy demands participation. Our veterans defended the very right to participate. We live in the greatest nation in the world because of it. Do not ever take any freedom for granted. As we end the week and approach the weekend, approach a war veteran, our current servicemen and women, and thank them. They are the heart and soul of this nation. God bless our veterans, God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.